For me, when I left college and was starting to come into sort of the real world, I didn't really know where to go for exploring career and home life in a spiritual context, and Quaker Voluntary Service really provided me an opportunity to do that.
Quaker Voluntary Service is a year-long experiment of living for young adults at the intersection of community, service, and the unique spiritual path that is the Religious Society of Friends, or Quakers.
Quaker Voluntary Service is this amazing experience where we take Quaker process, Quaker knowledge and history and community, and we create this experience for young adults.
I'd never been in a space where I was with other young people, like focused on spirituality, and it just felt so like radical in so many ways. We weren't roommates. We were people who moved in with each other and said, I'm committed to your transformation for this year. I'm committed to you deepening your spirituality. I'm committed to your wellness. And I don't know your middle name.
It affords young people an opportunity at a very critical time of their lives. This time in one's life is so transformative that it's amazing to have a vehicle like Quaker Voluntary Service where young people can try out significant work, and they do significant work, and then to be exposed to the support of the staff who are quite well grounded in Quakerism, and then have a chance to use the resources of Quaker practice, the discernment, the reflection. I think it's good for Quakers. It's good for them. It's off. You check off a whole lot of objectives when you have a Quaker Voluntary Service.
I think it's important to support the work of Quaker Voluntary Service because we live in a very busy and distracted world. There aren't enough opportunities for young adults to step out of the roaring stream that pushes them towards what success looks like.
As a person in your 20s, on your own, thinking about the way to step into the world, thinking about what's supported, what's respectable, what are you supposed to do? And there's all these structures that are in place. Well, you go get a job, or you go to graduate school, or you go doom, boom, boom, boom. And that sort of validates what the paths are. Okay, those are the paths. Well, there's Quaker Voluntary Service, and it validates and supports a different path. And it's just such a critical time for the world and for individuals at this moment. You know, people in their 20s, the world, and the need for it to have folks that are working from a place of faith within such a community to try to move things forward. So both on a large scale of the impact we can have on the world, on a little bit smaller scale, the impact we can have on the Religious Society of Friends. Over 40% of the program is supported by the placement organizations who pay a fee to have a Quaker Voluntary Service fellow working in their organization for a year. And they love it. They get an amazing, well-supported, ambitious, dedicated young person working with them. And from a donor standpoint, basically each dollar I put in is almost exactly matched. So it's an incredibly efficient and effective way to leverage your donation.
We can create the conditions where we empower adults to step into a kind of living spirituality where they're not hiding their gifts, they're naming gifts in each other and others, they're excited about new forms and asking questions. The seeds that get planted are prophetic and listening and discerning and question asking and gift naming individuals who, if we can provide fertile ground in our meeting, might take root and blossom and bear fruit.
I think you have to take the long view. I think that they will have a memory of this closeness and this caring and this deep respect that Quakers show each other or try to show each other. That will stand them in very good stead. I have a lot of faith in what will unfold in the future.
So it's partly the work of QVS to prepare young adults, and then it's Quaker meetings to prepare a welcoming space and to be flexible and listen to the next generation, hopefully with divine assistance, to grow a more relevant and robust religious society, a faithful religious society of friends that is uncovering the divine world in our midst, which is what we're supposed to be doing all the time.